7 minutes left in the trading session with the Dow down about 115 points. Paul Dietrich from Fairfax Global Markets joins us on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange here. And you see Apple as a value play now, do you?
Well, it is. I mean, in June to the correction in January, it was down 35%. And as a value manager, I'm looking at the stock that has 10 times forward earnings. Where are you going to get that? That is a value stock. 47% profit margins, 46% return on equity. You know, people forget that they're looking too much at iPhone sales. We're looking at last year's year-over-year sales, but the previous year is when they introduced it in China. That was a once-in-a-generation event, never going to happen again. But, you know, once you buy an iPhone, you have to buy one every 3 years in order to keep up. Credit Suisse just yesterday issued one of their reports saying that they thought it would be up $150 by the end of this year. That's 35% over the closing of yesterday. And so, you know, this is a great stock to own right now. And as a value investor, I never get to invest in stocks like this.
Apple different from other value plays, because if you gave an investor the statistics that you were just talking about, but you didn't tell them what company you were talking about, you didn't name the products, they probably would agree that it's a buy. But why don't investors give Apple the benefit of the doubt on that stuff?
Again, and this was brought up in the Credit Suisse report, is that people are looking at iPhone, the decline in iPhone sales, because last year we were seeing the result of that massive increase in sales because it was just introduced in China. And so that's not the way to look at it. I'm looking at services, Apple services like their iPhone or their iTunes, their music services, up 26% last month. It's going in 4 years, it's going to be double. And a 47% profit margin. And one other thing is that you get into the Apple ecosystem, is that once you get into that system, you never want to get out because you want to commit suicide in order to get all of your your iTunes and everything else transferred to a PC.
You definitely sound convinced, that's for sure. Good luck with that. Good to see you, Paul. Thanks for joining us. We'll take a